On to the 21st and final stage of Vuelta 21. We finish as we began with an individual time trial, 33.8 kilometres on a hilly course to Santiago de Compostela. The first man down the ramp was Joseph Cherney, one of 7 national time trial champions taking part today. The Czech going into the hot seat with a time of 45 minutes 18 seconds at an average speed of just under 45 kilometres an hour. EF Education Nippo had several cards to play, but both Tom Scully and the American champion Lawson Cranach were down on Cherney at the first intermediate checkpoint. Magnus Cort, on the other hand, ripped through the course like a pink tornado. The Dane was named the Vuelta's most combative rider just before the stage, and he showed exactly why, going over a minute quicker than Cherney, one of the heroes of the race, gunning for his 4th stage victory.
He's now going to hit the line and obliterate the time of Joseph Cherney in the hot seat. What a time from Magnus Cort. 44 minutes 16.03, 1 minute and 2 seconds faster than the previous fastest time.
And so to the business end of the stage, and even if Primoz Roglic looked untouchable in that red jersey, there were some GC skirmishes to be settled. Guillaume Martin began the day 8th overall with only 8 seconds on David de la Cruz, and time trialling is not exactly his cup of tea. Gino Marder had a much bigger cushion of 3 minutes 24 on Egan Bernal as he looked to defend 5th place overall and the white jersey for the best young rider. There was also a battle for the podium in prospect, with just a minute separating Jack Haig and Adam Yates in 3rd and 4th. Enric Mas on course for 2nd place behind Roglic, who was looking to round out his Vuelta with a bang. De la Cruz was already well up on Martin by the first checkpoint, and he soon had Sepp Kuss's 7th place in his crosshairs. Yates making a strong start in his bid to steal 3rd place from Haig. He was 25 seconds up on the Aussie at the first split. And so to Primoz Roglic, he'd won all 6 of his previous individual time trials in Spain and was out to make it a perfect 7 out of 7.
Primoz Roglic in the red jersey, and he is obliterating everyone's time. 18.51, and he goes top of the leaderboard by 20 seconds.
Bernal with a very solid effort on the day, coming 6th on the stage. Marder lost a minute and a half to the Giro winner, but he had enough of a gap to finish as the best young rider of Vuelta 21. In the fight for 3rd, meanwhile, Haig had kept something back for the second part of the course. He crossed the line 26 seconds ahead of Yates, securing his first Grand Tour podium.
He's now going to beat Yates on the line. Jack Haig is going to finish on the podium of La Vuelta. What a ride in the second half by Jack Haig.
But the day and the race belonged to the Olympic champion, screaming past Enric Mas on his way to a 4th stage win and a 3rd consecutive crown.
This is going to be a massive win here for Primoz Roglic as he aims for the line now. Roglic in the red jersey hits the line. He wins the time trial. He wins La Vuelta. It's a hat-trick for Primoz Roglic.
Yeah, it was hard. He's the last one, and after all this week, it was hard, but still, definitely, I knew how I'm on the way, and also still I enjoyed quite some support and crowd at the road, definitely. Let's say like this, sometimes you win by a lot, sometimes I also win by really a little, but yes, as long I think as you can win, is super nice.
Roglic taking his 9th Vuelta stage win ahead of Cort. He's now won the last 4 time trials at this race. Arensman, Cherney and Haga rounding out the top 5 ahead of Bernal, with Mas also in the top 10. Roglic taking overall victory by 4 minutes and 42 seconds from Mas, runner-up for the 2nd time after 2018. Haig celebrates his first Grand Tour podium ahead of Yates and Marder. Felix Großschartner rounds out the top 10 with Odd Christian Eiking down in 11th. Fabio Jakobsen goes home with the green jersey after claiming 3 wins. What a comeback for the Dutch sprinter, who topped the points classification ahead of Roglic and Cort. Between them, that trio snaffled 10 of the 21 stage victories on offer. DSM claimed a 1-2 in the mountains classification. Michael Storer was the revelation of this Vuelta, taking 2 stage wins and the polka dot jersey, while a resurgent Romain Bardet took his first Grand Tour stage win since 2017. Bernal was unable to complete his Grand Tour hat-trick in Spain, perhaps due to the after-effects of COVID-19. He lost the white jersey to Gino Mada, who's had a brilliant 2021. The 24-year-old Swiss also won a stage of the Giro back in May. Well, Roglic may have struggled at the Tour de France in recent years, but he reigns supreme in Spain. Join us again in 2022 as he looks to make it 4 in a row, and thanks very much for watching.